Burns Supper is the nationwide celebration of one of Scotland's most famous poets and composers, Robert Burns. Nicknamed the ploughman's poet, Burns was born in 1759 and became inspired from an early age to write songs and poems based on his agricultural upbringing. He died in 1759, but his legacy boasted over 550 poems and songs for everyone to enjoy. You may have even heard of one of these, especially on New Year's Eve, when Auld Lang Syne echoes around the world.
Well, Burns Night's a big thing in Scotland. I think after New Year it would be the second night of the year, and which is quite handy seeing as they come so close to each other. And obviously in Scotland it's the middle of winter, so any excuse to have a party during the darkness. But it's also important for Scots abroad as well, and it's one of those events that's been exported all around the world. So if you find Scots gathering anywhere in late January, then they will celebrate Burns Night, just to be proud of being Scottish and being Scots abroad and thinking of home and doing an event which really reminds you about what being some of the elements of being Scottish are. Essentially it's a celebration of the life and works of Robert Burns, who was a poet and a songwriter in the 18th century. Really nowadays is an excuse to drink whiskey, eat haggis and celebrate that life and works. And that can range anything from a very formal black tie dinner with quite academic debate around whether certain poems are influenced by certain events and quite a, like I say, academic, all the way around to having a few people round in your own house, having a haggis and having a laugh.
The first Burns Supper began in 1801 at Burns Cottage in Alloway, when Burns' friends came together to celebrate and remember their national treasure on his birthday, the 25th of January. As time has gone by, the event has morphed into a nationwide celebration of Scotland and their cultural heritage, where people come together to eat traditional food, sing Scottish music and also read Robert Burns poetry. And for the second year in a row, the event hits the Falkland Islands.
This is the second year that we've done the Burns Night. Last year was the first time that we did it, and it was a really good night, but we learned that there's bits and pieces that we needed to tweak and change, which is what we're going to do this year. We're very lucky with the people that we've got down here, part of the Scottish community, but and the whole community as a whole, everybody mixes well down here, and everybody's accepting of where you're from and what you're doing, and the fact that the community let us, we can hold this event, and so many people turn out for it, and they always have a good time, and hopefully we'll do the same this year.
All that's left for us to say is have a great Burns Supper. Ta-rabby!